Hello, Morgan here from Opinionmeter. I wanted to take a few moments to share with you our new user interface that we're currently working on for the SurveyManager, which is our hosted platform managing our multiple modes of capturing feedback, data capture, etc. So this is our new login page. The only really new feature here is our integration with social media. So you can either, as always, create your own username and password for your login account, or just use one of your existing social media accounts and log in that way. We also have our single sign-on, which we've recently added to the system. You can register now if you're a new user. The other typical things are, of course, live chat. You can chat right from the screen to a support engineer. Any system maintenance that's coming up and scheduled, you'll be notified, etc. So that's our new login page. Let me jump in. So let's say you've just logged into your account on the SurveyManager. You'll now come to our new dashboard. We're pretty excited about this. It gives you a bird's eye view of most of the functionality at a glance. So along the left, it defaults to surveys, and these are all the current surveys in this particular account. And when you click on one, then this center pane will repopulate based on those statistics and metrics for that survey. And top, you can go in and edit a survey, rebrand it, customize the theme, preview it, distribute, analyze, or delete. So you can access all this functionality without having to go, as you would in the previous system, down to survey, a list of surveys, or create a new survey or survey district, and have to nest down into menus. You can all do it from one click. You can also see different views based on time range of this chart below, which is telling you both your complete and incomplete survey volumes for this particular survey, more detailed survey detail metrics, meta survey metrics as well here. You can also filter by account. So you can go by surveys or account, and even within this you can filter and search the data as you wish. So you have filter mechanisms for both of these tabs. So for account, you're going to have more account level metrics and data. So you can look at the account statistics, or you can look at the survey activity itself, or both. You can email reports or print a report. You can also jump in and create a new survey right down here at the bottom corner without having to go into the menus. And while I'm talking about the menus, let me show you we can expand. The whole site is responsive now. SurveyManager will be able to be used on a tablet as well as a PC. User, surveys, reports, devices, and help. So, and I've already shown you how the nesting of different menus will work. Okay. Some of the other things on the account statistics, you can look at devices, surveys, responses. You can go by charts or numbers. You can look at the important members or currently logged in members, and then see when they logged in and how long they've been logged in, and of course live support. Down here, live chat will toggle to email us when our technicians are offline. And at the top, we've added a universal or global search mechanism. So if you're looking for a survey report, you can just search right from this mechanism. All of the alerts now are in this drop-down: renewal alerts, satisfaction alerts, account activity, device activity. And of course, all your user settings can be accessed here. So my profile, you can adjust any contact details in my profile, settings, what's new. These are new features will be listed here, so you'll know what's recently been added to the system, and also a feedback mechanism so that you as our customer can give us feedback on the platform or features or enhancements that you'd like to see added, and of course help. And this is the logout icon here. So let me close that down. And so here's our new administrative dashboard that gives you a lot of access. And of course, our goal is, with as few clicks as possible, to give you maximum access to the system. Okay, so I'm going to jump into another module. Let's say I want to create a new survey. So I've gone, into the menu and created, or clicked on the plus symbol in the dashboard, and I've come to our survey design wizard, and this gives you a sense of author, brand, distribute, analyze. And we've changed these words a bit to make them more intuitive. So I can click Get Started, and that opens up the first screen of the wizard, and I can either start from a blank survey, I can grab a survey template, and we've added a search mechanism here, so you can search based on, let's say you're looking for a human resources survey or a healthcare survey or whatever it might be. You can filter those and scroll through and toggle down and find exactly the template you want. Or you can copy from an existing survey, clone an existing survey you've already created in your account. Again, same search filtering mechanisms here. We have single mode or multi-mode. So let's say multi-mode, you want to have a phone and a tablet survey as well as an online survey. You can do that. Survey name, optional features, these are all familiar in our system. And this area at the bottom of the screen gives you the details based on the modalities you're using. And submit. So and we're trying to include as many video tutorials on each of the pages as possible, as well as tooltips, which are available when you hover. And of course, your menu is always available to you on the side, either expanded or reduced for maximum responsiveness. All right, so let's jump into, what's it look like once I'm in my survey design screens. And this is probably the most used section of the application. So we wanted to really spend a great deal of time to improve the usability and intuitive nature of using the whole system, but especially those areas in the system that are used the most, which is designing your survey. So here's an example of just a few questions we've already added and page breaks. And some of the, the new icons that we've added for adding media, copying, deleting. And one of the major changes here, which I'm really excited about, is your question type. You can just drag these onto the canvas and start building your survey by drag and drop. So no more having to drill down and change, go to multiple screens to create and edit and update individual questions. You do it all from a single canvas now. You can even change your survey title at a click here at the top. You can access your survey settings. So we're in the question type tab in the first of a three-step wizard: author, then we brand or customize, and then we distribute our survey. You can always preview at any point in the process. And so we're really building using our question types here, but then you can jump into properties to add further. And see, here's an example of a tooltip. That's a pop-up that we're going to be using throughout the system. So I can go single column, multi-column, I can go button, slider, drop-down, or star rating question. Use touch buttons or radio buttons, depending if it's going to be on a touchscreen device or really only meant for a PC. So touch buttons are meant for fingers and radio buttons are meant for cursors. And then you can either grab questions from your question library or add new items to your library and build your library all from here. And we've also added a visual editor. So you'll be able to customize the look and feel of how your questions and responses appear on the survey device of your choice and modify the font in a more granular way through having an HTML editor. Further details here, these are your responses, different optional features here that you can add. But we also have a universal setting, survey settings, which allow you to do these things for, let's say you have a 50-question survey. You don't want to have to make these individual changes to each question. You can do it in a global method all at once for all questions. Let's say you want to have all your questions quiz-related questions. You don't want to do this 50 times. You can do it once. So that's another great thing that we've added. Okay, so this is just a real quick overview of the interface. You can add more pages, you can edit, delete. This indicates, which pages, how many pages in your survey, etc. Okay, so I'm going to jump through because this video is going to be very long if I go into the minute details of each of these screens. So let's say I'm jumping to brand now. Let's jump to the brand page. So now, and by the way, preview is automatically available throughout the system. You can do desktop, tablet, phone, which covers the bulk of things here. So So select a type of survey, let's say mobile. I can adjust my themes. These are going to be individual templates that you can grab and it will automatically update. Or you can do it in a granular fashion. You can customize it however you want. So you can customize your introduction page and thank you page here. You can adjust your page layout and grab all your colors as you're used to doing. Question format, response format, and depending on if it's an online survey, your header footer. Well, actually, we're going to carry this forward with all. So these are all different options available to you to really brand and customize the look and feel of your survey to extend the brand of your organization to your customers. Okay, so now let's jump to the distribute page, since that's next in the wizard. And it depending, this is assuming a multi-mode survey. If you're only doing a device survey, you would only see the device tab, but I have both. So online, we can either do a public or a private survey. If it's a private and I'm distributing now or scheduling, everything will change accordingly, right? So if I schedule, then I would select a list or create a list. And this is an example of our new address book. Okay, and then we can schedule that survey. So let's go distribute now. So I want to distribute this now. It says select contacts from your address book. I can filter my address book in any of these filter fields above. But again, this is what the address book is going to look like now. And then after I've selected those who I want to send my email to, the list of people, then this will indicate the contacts that I have selected. So these are the ones that I have already selected from my address book. And now I can create or select an email template. And as you see, we have a full HTML editor now to customize your invitation email. I know I'm going very quickly, but again, I'm just trying to give you a sense of the new user interface. So the first step here is, how would you like to distribute your online survey, private or public? And like I said, depending on how you respond to these two things, you're going to have different options appear below. Like I'm in public distribute now, I can either use a tiny URL, standard URL, or a QR code. And the link will appear here. Okay, so let's just jump to device. So I showed you the online. Now device, how would you like to distribute your, let's see here. Yeah, so that's a typo. It should be device survey. I can either pull or push. So if I'm going to pull, I want to set my start date. And do I have single or multiple locations? You can, we've improved the drag and drop, or the ability to select multiple locations from your list and indicate which of those locations you want to distribute the survey to when you have a multi-location survey. If it's a push notification, we're gonna deliver through push, and I still need to select my locations, but then I need to select my address book for who is going to receive those push notifications. So let's go back to pull. Select contacts from address book. So what devices, and these are the serial numbers. You'll notice we have serial numbers when we're dealing with devices, whereas online surveys don't have that. Also the GPS longitude and latitude coordinates. And then I can select from my address book where I want this survey to be distributed. Okay. So that is a quickie on the distribute options for devices. And of course, we have the breadcrumbs here showing you where you are in the system. You always can preview, and these are universal global items at the top. So we've gone through the wizard: author, brand, distribute. We've looked at preview. Survey settings, which is a universal option as well, is here. And we have optional features, where you can select optional features. You can select navigation, you can select customer incentives. These are yet to be really built out in detail. So language, social media. We've recently added social media to our system, allowing you to distribute or send content from your surveys to customers' social media feeds. So this is the survey settings menu that is a global menu now that we've tried to move as much universal settings features to this screen to simplify the screens that you're working in within the wizard itself. Okay, I think we have covered, let me see, did we do distribute? We did distribute, preview, survey settings, and that really covers what UI changes we're working on now within the survey module of our system. Next will be the reporting and the device modules, which are really the main menus here. So we're working in this first, which is where our customers spend most of their time. So we're working on improving the UI here first, then we'll move to reports and then to devices. So this concludes the quick peek preview of our new user interface for the Survey Manager. Thanks for your time.